Yo, what's up, my beloved tax evaders, kings, queens. I hope you're having an amazing day because I'm about to infect your brain with something that it can't get rid of. What I like to call a wealth infection. And this wealth infection is uncurable. It doesn't have a cure. So buckle the fuck up. Now, for those people that don't know me, my name is Matei. I'm 19 years old. I only wear one glove. And multimillionaires pay me and hire me to reprogram their minds in order for them to make even more money. Now, why do millionaires want to make more money? Because it's never enough. It's a game at the end of the day. You want to level up in a game. They want to level up in real life. This is how the game works. Also, I generated $21 million in just a couple of months for these clients, not in years, months, because we are doing it better out here, and helped over 100 plus entrepreneurs completely reprogram their brains, their identity, in order for them to make more money. Transformations from $5,000 per month to $50,000 per month, 50 million euro deals. You can look them up on my Instagram at @BobanuMatei. I have 2 highlights stacked with testimonials, so you know that this is legit. Now, I got a bit of authority, so I can finally speak. You are not where you want to be in your business because you developed a way of thinking that doesn't resonate with where you want to be. You have a lack infection right now. You have a unwanted reality infection. And we are trying to transform this unwanted reality infection into a wealth infection because the wealth infection will make us, bingo, wealthy. And this is the advantage that successful people have over you. This is why your competitors make more money than you, because they understand how to get the wealth infection. Now, you'll never catch somebody that doesn't watch me catch the wealth infection like I teach, because I have the best results in the space by far. So, a thing that I realized by working with all these successful people, with all these entrepreneurs, with all these really successful people, is that they develop a way of thinking and a way of programming their identity that makes them money. It's who they are. They cannot think negatively about how much money they are making because this isn't who they are. They have an infection in their mind. This is why I call it an infection, because it just hijacks their mind, their identity, and they just cannot stop winning. This infection goes in your mind and it's like, bsh, 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 boom. And now you take the actions necessary and you spot the opportunities that will make you more money. It doesn't matter in what business you are in. You can apply this to whatever you are doing. Even if you are an athlete, even if you are an actor, if you're a writer, if you're an entrepreneur, you can use this in everything. And in this video, I will tell you exactly how to get this wealth infection. So put in your safety chair or whatever, get your popcorn out, and let's get straight into this. Now, the first step in getting the wealth infection is altering our perception towards reality. And look at this beautiful masterpiece of a drawing that I drew here. They call me Picasso in this bitch. This guy, Bob, says that this number is a 9 because his perception influences what he sees. Now, this other person, James, views this number as a 6 because his perception influences the number that he sees. Bob says to James, well, it's a 9. I can see that it's a 9. And James says, it's a 6, you dumb fuck. Now, what this represents is how our perception influences reality. Now, your perception is reality. How you view the world is how the world is to you. The world is neutral to whatever you are doing. Only you give it the good or bad labels that affect how the world is to you. So if you have a positive perception towards money, towards what you want to get, if you view it as good, if you view opportunities everywhere, if your perception is directed in a way that resonates with what you want to achieve, your reality will resonate with what you want to achieve because perception is reality. Now, this doesn't mean Bob is more right than James because they are both correct. They both see this thing as true. A guy that grows up rich will says that getting money is easy and that money is everywhere. A guy that grows up broke will say that money is hard to make and that money is scarce. But now they're both correct. They are both experiencing reality based on their perception. Your brain is constantly trying to prove to yourself correctly because your ego is attached to your perception, to your beliefs of the world. If a person says, oh, money is hard to make, his perception will try desperately to view reality in a way that resonates with his belief that money is hard to make because his ego is at stake. If he views it in a different way, right, his ego will say, nah, but I need to be correct. So his perception is directly influenced with his beliefs. Now, if we change this perception and say, oh, money is everywhere, it's abundant, people can pay me tens of thousands of dollars for my service because everyone is rich, everyone is abundant, I only see abundance, people want my service. This is because his perception resonates with his beliefs. So we are trying to change our perception to benefit us instead of it not benefiting us, controlling us, because your perception keeps you trapped in your reality. What reality you are experiencing right now is based off your perception. So if you want to enter the reality that you're making more money, in your desired reality, you need to change your perception in order to align with that reality. And let me give you a couple of examples in order for you to understand this, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to change your perception in a bit. Be patient. Imagine it starts raining. Now, a farmer that wants his crops to grow will celebrate. He will be like, yes, it rains. Let's fucking go. I'm about to make so much money. Now, a wedding planner, on the other hand, will be like, fuck, no, shit. The wedding is about to get canceled. I'm not getting paid anymore. Now, the only thing is rain in of itself a good or bad event? Is it good or bad? Rain is just rain. It's neutral. The event that occurred, it's neutral. The meaning is given by the person perceiving that event. You assess meaning to things. You assess meaning to events. You decide how you want to view events as. You decide if this is good or this is bad, if this is a problem or if this is a success, if you lost or you won. Now you can win all of the time if you put your perception towards it. If you have the perception of, oh, I'm winning all of the time. This is how you do it. You change your perception. A wedding planner can view it as a win. Maybe tomorrow will be a more beautiful day. Or maybe I will get even more clients lined up, or I will have the best wedding outside, whatever. His perception is what changes the event. The event is neutral. It's not good or bad. How you view it makes it good or bad. How we label things will make the thing good or bad. I might go through the exact same situation as you might go through, and I will label it as bad, as a problem. And what does this label make me feel? It will make me feel bad. It will make me feel anxious. It will make me feel stressed. It will make me feel like a loser because I have a problem I cannot solve. This is bad. I lost because I labeled it as such. Now you might go through the exact same situation, but have a different perception towards that event, towards that problem, towards that loss, and say, oh, this is actually great because I learned so much from this event, right? This is a stepping stone for me to grow. And now you labeled it as good instead of bad. So how are you feeling towards that particular event? You are feeling positive emotions towards it. Now you're programming yourself for what you want. You're saying to yourself that you're a winner because you label everything as a win. Now your perception is your reality, and your perception is determined by how you label certain things. So instead of labeling things as good or bad, why not label every single thing as good? And I'm not saying to avoid problems or to live in this delusion that problems don't exist, because problems can't exist. If you are burning, right, you need to put the water over your head to stop burning. But this doesn't mean that after you solve the problem, you view it as bad. Why not view it as a win? Oh, I survived it, instead of, oh, I got burned. It's a matter of how you shift your perception, of how you shift the label towards something. Label everything as good. Have a perception that everything that you're experiencing is positive towards what you want to go to. And this is how everything changes. You have a choice of viewing the glass half full or half empty. And if you are choosing to view it half empty, does this control you or does this benefit you? It's your choice. It's all your choice via your perception. View everything as a positive. View everything that you do as good Of course, try to better yourself, but in bettering yourself, why put extra bottlenecks on your journey? It doesn't make sense. View it as neutral if you don't want to view it as good. Don't view it as bad because it doesn't have any fucking meaning. So let's go to step number 2 in getting the wealth infection. Boom! Step number 2 now. And that is our attention. You have Bob right here. He's a jabber right now. It's not a racial slur. This is what I call people that scroll a lot and that don't have the wealth infection installed in their mind. They have the peasant infection. So he's scrolling. Why am I telling you this? Because your attention works exactly like a TikTok algorithm. How you place your attention influences what you will get. Let me explain because you will get it. So, Bob right now scrolls on TikTok and he likes cat videos. He likes the cat videos. He comments under the cat videos. Funny cat. He shares the cat videos. He watches the videos entirely. Now, because TikTok is a platform that wants to brain rot you and wants to captivate your attention and milk you of your attention to the max, it will sense that, oh, the jabber Bob clearly likes cat videos, so let me show him more cat videos in order for him to scroll more, so we are both happy. Now the thing is, Bob can hate watching cat videos, but if he places all his attention on watching cat videos, the algorithm thinks that Bob wants to see more cat videos. Bob might have the intention of wanting to see only business videos. But every time Bob sees a business videos, he scrolls away and he likes the cat videos again and again and again. Now the algorithm is trained to believe that Bob doesn't give two fucks about the business videos, even though he does, and only gives a fuck about the cat videos, even though he hates cat videos. Now, what has this to do with making more money in your business? It is because your attention works in the same way in you making more money, in you getting this wealth infection. If you place all your attention on what is not happening right, on what might go wrong, on every problem, every challenge, of course, after step 1, you won't view problems and challenges and things going wrong. But if you constantly place your attention on what you don't want, you're gonna get more of it. And I'm going to explain this in 2 different ways. One metaphysically and one the neuroscience way, because they both make equal amounts of sense. You see, everything in this universe, in this world, is made out of energy. And you can look this up. There are plenty of studies that prove that everything is energy, including you. Now, if you want to attract something into your life, and I'm not the law of attraction type of guy, but if you want to attract something into your life, you have to tune into that energy. And you do that via your attention and via your emotions. Now, attention needs to be placed in order for you to get emotion. So if you place your attention on what might go wrong, what is not on problems, what is not going right, what might happen, the risks, the whatever, you are constantly feeding that reality energy, and it's going to show up more and more and more. Just like in the algorithm example, you're placing your energy on that thing and more of that thing shows up because you attract what you place your energy onto things. Where attention goes, energy flows. So the more you place your attention on what you do want to get, on what is going right, on who you want to be, on the way of thinking you want to resonate, you place your inner attention and your outer attention on the things that benefit your desired reality, then you are going to give energy towards that thing, so you are much more likely to get those things, to tune yourself into the electromagnetic fields of those particular states of being or realities, however you want to call them. And the same goes for the negative things. So place your attention on what you do want to happen, on what is going right, on the way of thinking that resonates innerly and outerly. So what thoughts are you placing your attention on cultivating, and what emotions are you placing your attention on cultivating? Is it controlling your desired reality or is it benefiting your desired reality? Always have this in mind. And also attention in the physical world as well. Am I seeing opportunities everywhere, abundance everywhere, only wins everywhere, or am I seeing only lack, losses, poverty, whatever? Place your attention on what you want to happen. And this also goes hand in hand with the neuroscientific way of describing this, which is the reticular activating system. Now, the reticular activating system is a part in Bob's brain and in all our brains that filters out everything that we are not concentrating upon. So I'm going to give you an example. Imagine you want to buy some Louis V sandals, because the song is popular. I had that song, but you want to buy some Louis V sandals. You're going to start noticing more and more Louis V sandals because your brain is actively looking for Louis V sandals. You were seeing the exact amount of Louis V sandals all of the time. But now, since you're actively looking for it, your brain scouts for it, so you're going to see more of that. Why is this important? Because if you want to make more money, you have to spot opportunities. If your brain is constantly looking actively for opportunities and for ways to win because you programmed it via your attention to look for this, you're going to see more. You're going to see more opportunities. You're going to see way more things and abilities for you to make more money, ways you can better yourself, ways you can better your thinking. Everything will start to resonate with what you place your attention upon because the RAS, the reticular activating system, filters all of the unnecessary stuff and only leaves what matters to your brain. And what matters to your brain is what you place your attention upon. So place your attention only on the things that resonate with the wealth infection and just get rid of all of the other stuff. I'm not saying to live in delusion. I'm just saying to benefit your desired reality and not to discredit your desired reality. So I'm gonna do a jiggy dance, and I'm gonna see you in step number 3. Boom! Step number 3 in getting the wealth infection is the law of Goya. Now, I said that I don't believe in laws, but I believe in this law very much. And this is the law of get off your ass and do what you need to do. It's more complicated than that, and I will explain the process of applying the law of Goya, because it's not just go apply the law of Goya, it's more, I will elaborate more on this. So you see my inner Picasso came out again. Bob, the jabber, is not a jabber anymore. He's a big dog, and he got off his ass. He applied the Goya, and he got what he wanted. Money back, I'm in the booth where the money at, as some people like to call it. So, how can you get off your ass and actually do the action? Because action leads to results. I'm not the type to believe that you can just close your eyes, think positively, place your attention on what you want, energy, manifestation, and you get what you want. I believe that action leads to results. But 95% of your actions and your decisions come from your subconscious mind. It comes from the frequency that you're in tune to. Because you adopt the identity of a person that takes action or that doesn't take action. This doesn't mean more action is better than a bit less action. It doesn't mean you have to work 18-hour days. It doesn't mean that more action produces more results. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you need to take physical action in order to get the results. The amount of action that you need to take depends on your belief on that particular thing, but this is another topic that I go in depth with my clients. By the way, if you want help with applying all of this and want to get a wealth infection and get tremendous results like all of my clients, I will pop up some testimonials right here. You have a link in bio. You can apply and work with me one-on-one. If I like you, I will start working with you. If I don't like you, bad luck. If not, you can get my book down below. It's actually a really good blueprint, 70 pages. It contains some amazing information that changed a lot of lives. Now, back at it. When your identity is not in tune with who you want to be, with the reality that you want to be in, so you don't think like you are already there, you don't feel like you are already there, you don't behave like you are already where you want to be, then your subconscious mind is programmed for your current reality. And if your subconscious mind takes 95% of your decisions and actions for you, then 95% of your actions will lead to a reality that you're currently trapped in. So if you want to take other actions, other decisions flawlessly and feel natural instead of forced, then you need to reprogram your identity. You need to reprogram your mind. How do you reprogram your identity in your mind in order to apply the law of Goya more effortlessly and to actually do this and stick to what you said you're going to do and not procrastinate, overthink, have these self-doubts and fears all of the time? Well, you need to embody the identity of you that is already there already. So as I said before, you need to think like you are already where you want to be. So how would a version of you that has the money bags think? how does he think? How does he feel? Imagine, close your eyes and imagine someone told you that you got a check for $5 million, but you can get it just in 1 month. How would you feel in that 1 month? Feel like it now. This is what I mean. You can use your imagination to feel like how you would feel in your reality. And this emotion actually reprograms your subconscious mind. How you think reprograms your subconscious mind. How you believe, how you place your attention, which was step number 2. Everything programs your mind. So program your identity, program your mind in order to take the actions and decisions that will lead to your desired results. And get up your ass and fucking do it. I'm not the type of person to sell you donuts or whatever you guys expressions, whatever. I'm not good with them, but I'm not the guy to sell you donuts, to sell you like these miracles and whatever. I know it sells better, but I'm not here to misinform you. I'm out here just to change your life, and I hope it helps. I hope that you got at least one valuable piece of information out of this video. I hope that you actually apply what I'm teaching here, because if you don't apply all of this information, it's pointless. I can make a joke about Bob being a jabber and it sounds like a racial slur and it's funny, yeah, haha. I can make some jokes here and there, but if you're watching this for entertainment, it has no purposes, actually. So try to apply it step by step. Everything is super easy, but yeah, if you apply these 3 steps, you will catch the wealth infection and it will have no cure, because this is who you are right now. This is who you will be. You are the type of person that has the wealth infection and it's uncurable, so you'll continue to have the wealth infection that produces wealth. Because what you infect your brain with is in what reality you are going to be in at the end of the day. So if you want to get a customized blueprint step by step, as I said, you have a link down below to apply to work with me. If not, get my book. I hope you liked the video. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, because you just got the wealth infection installed in your brain. So much love to everybody and